Helping others might sound noble, but it can be a foolish act if you fail to recognize the right people and situations to support. Your kindness can become a double-edged sword, not only hurting you, but also empowering bad actors to exploit and harm others. Don't delude yourself into thinking that helping anyone is always admirable. In reality, it might just be an excuse for weakness and poor judgment. In this article, we will honestly explore 8 types of people. Stoic philosophy warns against helping. These bitter lessons are not only to protect you from unnecessary suffering, but also to awaken you from the illusion of unconditional kindness. Stop blindly helping people, because if you don't, you're setting yourself up for failure and destruction. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Ungrateful people never appreciate or acknowledge the help they receive. They can make you feel that your efforts are wasted and that no matter what you do, they will never be satisfied. This is a type of person you should be cautious of, because your kindness becomes meaningless when it's not valued. Imagine spending an entire evening helping a friend solve a personal problem. You offer thoughtful advice and find optimal solutions for them. But instead of expressing gratitude, they say, "Why did it take so long? Is this the best you can come up with?" This is a typical example of an ungrateful person. Not only do they fail to appreciate your efforts, but they might also hurt you with their lack of courtesy and negative emotions. Research from the University of California shows that ungrateful individuals often have low self-esteem and a tendency to see only the negative aspects of life. They are like bottomless pits, never satisfied, no matter how much they receive. This deep dissatisfaction usually stems from unhappiness within themselves, something you cannot fill with your help or affection. How should you handle ungrateful people? First, remember that your kindness is not an unlimited resource. Don't feel guilty about deciding to stop. Their ingratitude is not a reflection of your worth, but of their own behavior. Set clear boundaries and only invest your energy in those who truly appreciate it. Additionally, don't let their ingratitude make you lose faith in kindness. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot control how others behave, but we can control how we respond." Instead of letting them demotivate you, learn to identify those who deserve your support. For instance, imagine helping a coworker with a task at work, only to receive complaints about how you did it instead of thanks. This can make you feel frustrated and disheartened. In such cases, express your feelings honestly and establish clear boundaries. If they don't change, don't hesitate to say no the next time. Finally, remember that gratitude is a key element in relationships. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology indicates that grateful individuals are not only happier, but also maintain stronger relationships. If someone never expresses gratitude, it might be time to step back and focus on those who genuinely value your presence. Lazy people avoid responsibility and often rely on others to achieve their goals. They lack motivation and tend to spread this negative attitude, creating stagnation in their surroundings. They are quick to find excuses for delays or incomplete work. Imagine a friend who constantly complains about not reaching their goals. When you offer to help them with an action plan or share useful resources, they seem enthusiastic for a moment, but never follow through. The next time you see them, they're back with the same excuses. "I'm too busy," or "I don't have the right conditions." This is the classic lazy person, always procrastinating and unwilling to take action. Psychological studies show that laziness often stems from fear of failure, lack of confidence, or poor discipline. However, their inactivity doesn't just affect them. It inconveniences those around them. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "Act as if your life depends on it," because it does. For lazy people, this is a monumental challenge. How can you deal with lazy individuals? First, define your role clearly. You cannot carry their responsibilities for them. Set limits and only help when it's genuinely necessary. If they repeatedly exhibit lazy behavior, consider stepping back and letting them take accountability for their own lives. Another approach is to encourage them to change by pointing out the consequences of their inaction. For example, if they fail to complete a task, explain how this affects not just them but also the team or project. However, be prepared for the possibility that they might not change. Laziness is a deeply ingrained habit that requires their own will to overcome. Helping a lazy person only makes sense if they truly want to change. Otherwise, your efforts will be in vain. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Don't let their laziness impact your drive and quality of life. Irresponsible people avoid accountability for their actions. They not only ignore their personal responsibilities, but often blame others or external circumstances for their failures. This behavior not only causes frustration, but also adds extra burdens to those around them. Imagine working in a team where one colleague consistently fails to complete their tasks. When confronted, they offer endless excuses like, "I wasn't properly guided," or "It's not my fault." These individuals can turn minor issues into major complications, leaving others to clean up their messes. Irresponsible people are often frustrating to help. They rarely learn from their mistakes, and even when you dedicate time and effort to support them, they remain unchanged. This stems from long-standing habits and a lack of self-awareness. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We shouldn't expect others to change, but we can change how we perceive the problem." This applies here. You can't control an irresponsible person's behavior, but you can manage how you interact with them. Avoid becoming the hero who constantly fixes their mistakes. Instead, let them face the consequences and learn to deal with reality. To address this type of person, adopt a straightforward but tactful approach. For instance, if they fail to complete a crucial task, ask questions to help them recognize their responsibility. What do you think needs to be done to resolve this issue? This not only clarifies their role, but also forces them to think and act. Don't hesitate to refuse help if you notice them taking advantage of your kindness. Setting clear boundaries and holding them accountable is the best way to protect yourself. Remember, each time you help an irresponsible person without limits, you reinforce their bad habits. Ultimately, you can't save everyone. A person will only change when they acknowledge their mistakes and are willing to improve. If you find yourself stuck in a cycle with an irresponsible person, consider stepping back to preserve your peace and energy. Manipulative individuals are experts at controlling emotions and actions to achieve their personal goals. They often exploit your kindness and empathy, making you feel obligated to help even when it's to your detriment. Imagine someone you know who frequently talks about their life struggles, evoking sympathy and prompting you to assist them. However, once they receive your help, they demand more or disappear without a word of thanks. This is the hallmark of a manipulative person. They use guilt or responsibility as tools to control you. Manipulative people are often skilled at presenting themselves as pitiable or trustworthy. However, their true intent is to take advantage of you. This behavior not only creates imbalance in the relationship, but leaves you feeling drained and exploited. Stoic philosophy teaches us to recognize our worth and not let others control our emotions. When dealing with manipulative individuals, the key is to maintain boundaries. Don't let guilt dictate your decisions. Learn to say no clearly and confidently. To identify a manipulator, pay attention to their behavior. Do they frequently make you feel pressured or responsible? Do they express dissatisfaction if you don't comply with their demands? If the answer is yes, you're likely dealing with a manipulative person. Remember, you're not obligated to meet all their requests, especially if it makes you uncomfortable. The best way to handle a manipulator is through transparent communication and firm boundaries. For instance, if they ask for your help, respond by saying, "How will this benefit you in the long run?" This not only clarifies the situation, but forces them to reflect on their true intentions. Refusing to help doesn't mean you lack compassion. On the contrary, it's a way to protect yourself and maintain balance in your relationships. Manipulative people will only continue to take advantage if you allow them. Stand firm and safeguard your values. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Constant critics are people who always find faults in everything you do. From the way you dress to the decisions you make, they never seem to stop pointing out your flaws. The danger of this behavior is that it can erode your confidence and create a highly stressful environment, draining your motivation to improve. Imagine working on an important project and hoping for some encouragement or support. Instead, the critic focuses solely on minor mistakes. Why isn't this more colorful? Or, this method won't work. Their comments don't help solve the issue but leave you feeling discouraged and doubting yourself. Critics often act this way because they feel insecure about themselves. They hide their fears or feelings of inferiority by putting others down. According to Stoicism, no one can hurt you unless you let them. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." How do you deal with a constant critic? First, recognize that not all criticism is constructive. Learn to differentiate between feedback that helps you grow and comments meant to tear you down. Don't let baseless negative remarks affect your confidence. When faced with unnecessary criticism, stay calm and avoid reacting impulsively. A simple response like, "I'll consider your input," can help you maintain control without escalating the situation. Additionally, minimize the time you spend with constant critics. Instead, surround yourself with people who genuinely support and encourage you. As Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choose companions who bring positivity to your life. Finally, remember that constant criticism often reflects the critic's personal issues more than your shortcomings. Don't let their words deter you from your path. Continue striving for your goals and let your success speak for itself. Narcissists are people with an inflated sense of self-importance. They always prioritize their own needs and disregard the feelings and concerns of others. They expect admiration and service from everyone around them, but rarely offer genuine care or empathy in return. Imagine having a friend who constantly steers every conversation back to themselves. Even when you're sharing a personal challenge, they manage to shift the focus to their achievements or problems. This is the hallmark of a narcissist. They are not interested in you, but use you as a tool to reinforce their ego. Research shows that narcissists often lack empathy and struggle to form deep connections with others. This makes them difficult to deal with in relationships. Stoicism advises setting clear boundaries when interacting with such individuals. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When dealing with narcissists, avoid getting caught up in their self-centered behavior. If they demand attention, evaluate whether it's genuinely necessary. Learn to say no when their requests become excessive or unreasonable. Focus on maintaining balance in the relationship. Don't let them control your emotions or turn you into an audience member in their performance. If necessary, keep your distance and invest your time in relationships that are mutually respectful and supportive. Ultimately, you can't change a narcissist. They must recognize their issues and choose to improve. Instead of trying to fix them, focus on protecting your values and happiness. Exploiters are individuals who take from others without any intention of giving back. They often disguise their true motives with fake friendliness to gain your trust. Imagine a coworker who frequently asks for your help, saying, "I'm so busy, can you do this for me?" But time and again, they never return the favor. When you ask for assistance, they conveniently find excuses or avoid helping altogether. Exploiters are skilled at making you feel obligated or guilty for not helping them. This is their strategy to manipulate your kindness. However, Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Do what is right. Let others say what they will." To handle exploiters, clearly define your role and responsibilities. Don't hesitate to refuse unreasonable requests. A straightforward response like, "I'm sorry, I can't do that right now," can help you protect your time and energy. Remember, helping others should come from a place of kindness, not obligation. If it feels forced or one-sided, it's no longer genuine assistance. Prioritize relationships that bring value and meaning to your life. Jealous people struggle to accept others' successes. They may belittle your achievements or even try to harm you to ease their own insecurities. These individuals can cause significant emotional damage if you don't recognize them early. Imagine earning a major award or securing a great opportunity at work. Instead of congratulating you, a jealous acquaintance says, "You just got lucky." This is jealousy in action. They can't acknowledge your hard work and talent. Research suggests that jealousy often stems from feelings of inadequacy or insecurity. Jealous individuals compare themselves to others and feel they fall short. However, Stoicism reminds us that your worth is not diminished by others' opinions or actions. As Epictetus said, "No one can harm you unless you allow it." When dealing with jealous individuals, avoid boasting or oversharing your achievements. Instead, focus on those who genuinely celebrate your success. If necessary, maintain a healthy distance to protect your peace of mind. Ultimately, their jealousy doesn't define your value. Continue pursuing your goals and let your accomplishments speak for themselves. Helping others is a noble act, but it should be done wisely and with discernment. Don't let your kindness become a tool for exploitation. Recognize and protect yourself from negative individuals to maintain balance in your life. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your mental well-being, you can not only help yourself, but also build healthier and more meaningful relationships. As Stoicism teaches us, true happiness doesn't come from external factors, but from how we manage ourselves and our interactions. Thank you for watching this video. Let's support our wonderful community by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Show everyone that you're living kindly by liking the video and sharing your experiences in the comments. Take action now to spread positive energy.